Dance. She's just going to dance with her girls, just to have fun, just to blow off steam, just to feel the music. And you, sitting at home like a fool, actually believe this. You actually convince yourself that your woman, dressed in that dress that barely covers anything, with her makeup done like she's going to a photo shoot, with heels that cost what you make in a day, is going to a dark room full of drunk men pumping with sexual energy just to dance. Let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about this. When was the last time you saw men going to clubs to just dance? When was the last time you and your boys said, "Hey, let's go to the club tonight just to move our bodies to the music"? Never. You know why? Because that's not what clubs are for. That's never been what clubs are for. Clubs are marketplaces, sexual marketplaces, and everyone knows it except you, apparently. You're sitting there, probably getting defensive already, thinking, no, my girl is different. She really does just love dancing. She's not like that. Brother, wake up. Wake the hell up. Your girl isn't different. The laws of human nature don't suddenly stop applying because you're in love with her. The dynamics of sexual marketplace don't magically disappear because she told you she loves you. But here's what really gets me, what really shows how deep in delusion you are. She tells you she needs her space. She needs her freedom. She needs her girl time, and you not only accept it, you defend it. You've been programmed so well, trained so perfectly, that you actually argue against your own interests. It's healthy for couples to have separate activities. Trust is the foundation of a relationship. I'm not one of those controlling boyfriends. Meanwhile, let me paint you a picture of what's really happening while you're at home being understanding and secure. She's in that bathroom, taking another selfie, adjusting her dress to show just enough but not too much. But wait, who's she showing it to? The girls? Her female friends who are going with her? No, she's calibrating, she's preparing, she's getting ready to enter that marketplace, and she wants to make sure her value is displayed at its maximum. The music hits, the drinks flow, and suddenly she's on that dance floor. And yes, she's dancing. But dance with who? Near who? For who? Because let me tell you something about female psychology that every woman knows but will never admit. When a woman goes to a club, she's hyper-aware of every single male gaze on her. Every single one. She knows who's looking, from where, for how long. She feels it like radar. And you know what? She loves it. She feeds on it. It's like a drug. But she's just dancing with her friends. You keep telling yourself this. You keep holding on to this image of your innocent girlfriend just bopping around with her girls, laughing, having innocent fun. But what you don't see, what you refuse to see, is that every movement, every hair flip, every laugh, every gesture is performed with the awareness of being watched. And not watched by women, watched by men. This is where it starts, this dopamine addiction to attention. First, it's just the looks. She tells herself she can't control who looks at her, right? She's just dancing. If men want to stare, that's their problem. But then she notices how good it feels. That validation, that power, that confirmation that she's still got it, that she can still command male attention. And like any addiction, she needs more. So next time, maybe the dress is a little shorter, the dancing a little more provocative. Maybe she makes eye contact with that guy across the room, just for a second, just to see if he's still watching. Still harmless, right? She's not doing anything wrong, she's just dancing. But then comes the approach. Some guy, emboldened by alcohol and her signals, because yes, she's sending signals whether she admits it or not, comes over, wants to buy her a drink, wants to dance. And what does she do? Does she immediately shut it down? Does she say, "I have a boyfriend," right away? Or does she enjoy it for just a moment? Does she let him compliment her, let him make her feel desired, before eventually maybe mentioning you? And even if she does mention you, even if she does turn him down, she's already gotten what she came for. That hit of validation, that confirmation of her market value, that reassurance that she could have options if she wanted them. And you're at home thinking she's just dancing. Let me tell you about something I witnessed last month. I was at a lounge, not even a club, just a lounge, and I watched this whole scene unfold. Group of women all dressed up, taking shots, celebrating something. One of them, wedding ring clearly visible, is the center of attention. She's dancing, laughing, living her best life, as they say. Within 20 minutes, she's got 3 different guys rotating through, buying drinks for the whole table, and she's eating it up, touching their arms when she laughs, leaning in close to hear them over the music, playing with her hair, all the classic signs. Her friends? They're enabling it, encouraging it. You deserve to have fun. You only live once. What happens at girls' night stays at girls' night. And this woman, this married woman, is collecting phone numbers just as friends, letting guys put their hands on her waist just to dance, disappearing to the bathroom with her new friend to just talk where it's quieter. You think your girl is different? You think when she's out with her friends they're the voice of reason? No, no, no. They're the voice of temptation. They're the ones saying he's cute, go talk to him. They're the ones saying you're not married yet. They're the ones creating the permission structure for behaviour she'd never engage in alone. Here's what kills me. If you wanted to go fishing with your boys, if you wanted to go to a sports bar to watch the game, if you wanted to do anything that's exclusively male-oriented, suddenly there's a problem. Why do you need to go without me? What are you going to do there that you can't do with me? Are you going to be looking at other women? The hypocrisy is so thick you could cut it with a knife. She can go to an environment literally designed for sexual display and mating rituals, but you can't go to a lake with your friends. She can shake her ass in a room full of drunk men, but you can't have a beer with your buddies without checking in every hour. She needs her freedom and space, but you need supervision. And God forbid you point out this double standard. God forbid you say, hey, I'm not comfortable with you going to clubs. Suddenly you're controlling, you're insecure, you're toxic, you have trust issues. You need to work on yourself. The entire modern vocabulary of therapy and self-help gets weaponized against you. Boundaries are healthy, unless they're your boundaries. Personal space is important, unless it's your personal space. Trust is essential, unless it's you asking for trustworthy behavior. You know what's really happening here? You're financing your own humiliation. Those nails she got done, you paid for them. That dress, your credit card, the makeup, the hair, the heels, the clutch, the Uber to the club, all of it funded by you. You're literally paying for her to present herself in the sexual marketplace while you sit at home like a good boy. Think about that for a second. Really think about it. You work all week, stress about bills, sacrifice your wants and needs, all so she can look her best for who? For you. But you're not even there. You're at home. So who's all this presentation for? Who's benefiting from your investment? I knew a guy, good man, worked construction. Every Friday his paycheck would come in, and every Friday night his girl would need money for her night out. Hair, $80, nails, $60, outfit, $100, Uber there and back, $40, drinks, well, she'd say she'd buy her own, but somehow she'd always need another $50. Every single Friday, nearly $300 of his hard-earned money going towards her presenting herself to other men. And he thought he was being a good boyfriend. He thought he was being supportive. He was being a fool. And the sickest part, the part that should wake you up if nothing else does, she knows exactly what she's doing. Women aren't stupid. They're not naive. They know what clubs are. They know what that environment represents. They know what men are thinking when they see them dancing. They know all of it, but they've learnt that they can have their cake and eat it too. They can engage in this behaviour, and if you object, you're the problem. I just want to dance. Okay, then dance at home. Put on music in your living room and dance. It's not the same. Why? What's different? I'll tell you what's different. The audience. The male audience. The attention. The validation. The options being displayed before her like a buffet. You want to know when women really go to clubs just to dance, when they're single and looking, when they're unhappy in their relationship and testing the waters, when they want to feel desired because you're not making them feel it anymore, or when they've already checked out emotionally and they're shopping for your replacement. Happy, satisfied, committed, women don't need to go to clubs. They don't need that validation from strangers. They don't need to display themselves in the marketplace. They don't need to test their market value. Why? Because they're not in the market. They're off the market. They've made their choice, and they're secure in it. But your girl? She needs to go. Needs to. Can't miss it. Her friends are going, and she has to be there. It's someone's birthday. It's girls' night. There's always a reason. Always an excuse. Always a justification. And you, trained like a circus seal, not only allow it, but defend it to anyone who questions it. Let me tell you about a guy I know. Successful man, good-looking, treats his woman like a queen.